Story 1. Celebrity skincare lines. Like, why does every actress, singer, and reality television star think they need to launch a skincare brand? Half the time, they are not even using the stuff. It is all just cash grabs and overpriced nonsense. Story 2. I don't know if people love it, but I do know it's normal. I don't want a subscription to every single thing. Want to watch TV? Subscription. Want to buy some food? Subscription. Want to use the printer? Subscription. Like, enough. Story 3. Automakers are replacing physical buttons and dials with touchscreens. I don't want to fumble through menus on an oversized iPad when I'm driving, and personally, I think it looks bad. Story 4. Pathologizing every behavior. Repeating therapeutic jargon without any expertise. Diagnosing others or oneself with personality disorders, and calling everything negative traumatic. Story 5. Fast fashion in general and buying clothes based on trends sometimes works, more so for things like sneakers. However, everyone wearing the exact same style of baggy jeans makes nobody's personal style stand out. The same goes for plastic surgery trends, where we no longer have unique faces. Story 6. Sharing everything on social media and making their lives revolve around it is both toxic and beyond annoying. Stop doing silly dances in public places. Stop making untalented people famous for doing nothing, and stop virtue signaling all the time. It's also artificial and gross. Story 7. Fillers and plastic surgery to make you look younger that do the complete opposite. So many beautiful people ruining their faces. Just age. It's a privilege granted to few. Story 8. Why are all cars SUVs now? I'd like to buy a sedan. We don't make them anymore. Can I look at a minivan? None in stock. But here's an SUV. If you like squeezing through a tiny back door and crawling over a folded rear seat, you can get a third row. How about a sports car? Check out the Mustang Mach-E. It's an SUV now too. Story 9. Recipes online have become really irritating. I don't want to hear a cute, unnecessary story about how your husband loves this, what you did for Thanksgiving, that your grandmother would approve of this, or your trip to the grocery store. Just give me the recipe. Story 10. Everything has its own artificial intelligence assistant, which is usually as dumb as a brick and very limited in its responses, making it useless unless the issues you are having are extremely obvious and easy to fix. Story 11. Filming with mobile phones at concerts. Come on. The footage will look and sound terrible, yet you're waving that annoying phone in front of multiple people's faces to get some kind of pointless evidence that you were there or whatever, which you'll probably look back at maybe once or twice. So really, please stop. Story 12. Going on vacation and seeing nothing but guys taking pictures of their wives or girlfriends so they can post them on their social media that everybody seems to be so addicted to. Story 13. Calling every computer-related activity artificial intelligence. No, it's not. It's software. It's been around forever. Stop pretending you are using existing technology in a smart way that is artificial intelligence. The hype is nauseating. Yes, I do software for a living. I am tired of it. Story 14. The straight surgical noses. To be honest, I have hated my nose for as long as I can remember, and thought that if I ever got enough money, I might get the surgery. But now I'm thinking, why did I think like that? Story 15. Like 90% of eyebrow trends, especially the one currently of brushing the hair on eyebrows upward and then cutting it to shape, it looks so incredibly stupid. 90% of the time, unless you have super sparse or super untamed eyebrows, they look best just natural with a bit of tidying up to prevent things like unibrows. Overly shaped or colored eyebrows very rarely look good. Yet every year or so a new terrible way to style your eyebrows appears. Story 16. The lack of actual paper menus at restaurants. Those quick response code things never work right because restaurants generally have terrible Wi-Fi, and it's a huge pain. Story 17. Those annoying influencer girls who have fake hair, nails, lips, and tan, and overact horribly in every unfunny skit or advertisement that they do. I just don't see the appeal or why there are so many of them that are so popular. Story 18. Bleached eyebrows. I get that people are entitled to do what they want with their bodies, but not only is it not a good look on 95% of people who do it, Eyebrow hair is very sensitive, and bleaching them, even if done professionally, can disrupt the growth pattern and cause your eyebrows to grow back weird. Story 19, influencers and the social media need for likes, and also the extreme left or right-sided views people have nowadays. There's no middle ground, and not one person has any common sense anymore, and everyone is just fangirling or fanboying politicians. Story 20, social media. No one cares about your opinion. Not everyone deserves to be a hero. Not everyone deserves to be famous. Even this post is stupid. Story 21. Fitted suits on men. I am a man. They look so tight and uncomfortable, and the pants are too short. Who even wears brown shoes with navy suits? What are you, color blind? Story 22. I don't know if this really counts as a trend, but leaving hate comments on literally everything drives me crazy. Someone can share a perfectly harmless cookie recipe, and without fail, commenters flock to them, angry that the recipe maker didn't consider people who are gluten-free. With some notable exceptions, Instagram Reels commenters are not as funny as everyone says they are. Story 23. Mowing lawns, like what the heck? Why are we so obsessed? I'll get around to it maybe, but it's very low priority and I only do it due to social pressure. Oh no, the grass is self-seeding. You have to pay garden centers for that. Oh no, you have flowers and wild animals on your lawn. Bad homeowner. Bad. No frogs for you. Story 24. I hate when people do a renovation or flip on the house and put those ugly gray laminate floors in and then paint the walls gray. It looks like a black and white movie. Story 25. Wasting food for laughs or social media clout. I hate when content creators do that. It makes me want to go inside the screen and give them a proper jab to the gut. Story 26. I hate photographing everything. Can we just eat or watch the concert without a phone? People are so quick to photograph an experience when they never look back on these photos and basically end up missing it because they are playing with the filters or checking angles. Story 27. Pet parents. People who obsess over their pets and bring them absolutely everywhere, including the grocery store. I love my dogs too, but they can survive a few hours alone without me. Story 28. This is very specific, but the Halloween animatronics. I am not a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Lewis makes me roll my eyes every time, and people act like it's the best thing ever. Story 29. The old man glasses from the 80s. Everyone is wearing them now, and they are so ugly. Julia Roberts had them on the other night, and it seriously looked like she found her granddad's glasses and was wearing them as a joke. Story 30. Upspeak or vocal fry, or using the same intonation for every sentence. It is a different version of monotone. I will stop watching any video to avoid that. Story 31. Before cell phones, people at concerts would be fully present, enjoying the moment. Now, the experience is often ruined by a sea of cell phone screens as people record or live stream the event, making the concert experience dramatically worse. Story 32. Staged reels. Anything that is meant to be funny acted out by some random person. I don't mind the spontaneous funny clips, but having the scene acted out for me ruins the comedy. Story 33. What the trend is where children are made to believe they need 101 different makeup or skincare products. Babe, you're 10. You don't need damn retinol. Go blow bubbles in your chocolate milk or something. Story 34. Bandwagon hatred and loathing. People seem to invest so much into hating things, and it has been going on for a long time. For example, Nickelback is a prime example, but also people complain about Reddit and TikTok. Both those platforms, aside from some annoying ads, are basically curated to what you interact with and subscribe to. I find it immensely funny when older people complain about TikTok showing scantily clad women. Mine is full of mechanics, stand-up comedy, funny animal videos, and political commentary. We know what they are clicking like on. The energy and mental health cost to hate and loathe something that much seems like such a waste. Story 35. Everything being a shade of beige or gray, from cars to buildings to interior design, etc. It does not come off as classy to me, just boring and depressing as hell. Story 36. People bringing American politics into everything. I have left like 15 subreddits because apparently I need to hear about why Trump is bad 1,000 times. Story 37. It will never be cool wearing your backpack on the subway. You know who you are, and each of you makes everyone else's morning commute that much worse. You are also the first people to complain that someone bumped you, which is frustrating every time, you annoying brats. Story 38. Stanley Cups. I can tolerate them, but I am baffled as to why people like them so much. By nearly every metric, it is probably the worst mass-produced water bottle in the world. It is large and unwieldy with a weird shape and a big handle that gets in the way, which means that you cannot put it in a backpack. You have to carry a big, heavy metal object in your hand all day. It has an easily breakable plastic straw that cannot close unless you pay extra money for the worst bottle cap I have ever seen. Its only upside is its sturdy construction and extreme durability, which is a good thing because it probably functions better as a melee weapon than a water bottle. And yet, everyone insists on buying these things at exorbitant prices. Story 39. This might be a little offensive, which I don't mean, but I kind of hate how we as people keep feeling the need to invent new ways to label ourselves into niche and even more niche boxes to try to build community and connection, because I'm worried eventually it feels like we will be identifying like Amazon listings. Kind of like I identify as male to female non-binary furry bear hunter. Perfect partner for a cute black cat pastel goth games girl. And I think if we reach these levels, is it really better than the alternative? At what point is too much too much? Just a thought. Story 40. Why are people walking around dressed like Archie and Jughead? They're not even part of school uniforms in this country. Story 41. Not necessarily a trend that people love, but inflation. If I win 10 consecutive lotteries from Powerball, I would be able to afford groceries for maybe a week or two. Story 42. Not exactly a specific trend, but I kind of hate how quickly things go in and out of style. Everyone I know seems to love this, and they like to trend forecast and stuff like that. But honestly, I wish we could all just wear whatever we want all the time without having to worry if it's in style or trendy. Story 43. The fanny pack or hip bag as a crossbody purse for everyone. It suddenly started a couple of years back. It seems like a monkey see, monkey do trend, though it is practical. I'll wear mine around the waist like before, when it was very uncool. Story 44. The current move to make everything aesthetic is very wasteful, encouraging people to constantly update their decor and style. Everything has to match now, even when it would be unremarkable if it didn't. The color schemes are exhausting, and every little thing needs to look cute now, from the way that your cups are arranged by color to pouring products out of the store container to put them into more aesthetic-looking plastic ones. It's now getting to the point where people are organizing their refrigerators to make them look more aesthetic and using neutral covers to beautify their outdoor trash cans, or even buying produced covers so the colors of fresh fruit don't ruin the kitchen color theme. Not everything has to be themed or aesthetic, it can just exist as it is. Trash cans don't have to be pretty. Story 45. Digital menus, for example, the QR code ones. I actually went for dinner, and I didn't have my phone, so the waitress had to give me her personal phone so I could see the menu. Overseas, my wife didn't have roaming on hers. Story 46. TikTok dances. Not everyone can dance, and seeing a bunch of teenagers who think they are gorgeous copying the same sad moves over and over is just beyond annoying.